Here are 5 lessons about stand up comedy, which I wish I knew 6 years ago when I first started out. Okay, so the first lesson is that authenticity is extremely important. I mean, I think it's the core of stand up comedy. When I performed for the Cambridge Footlights in 2023, our president told us that you can make mistakes in stand up comedy. The audience might not even pick up on that. But what the audience does pick up on is if you're not being authentic, if you're not being true to yourself. And I think that's so accurate. I mean, you if you believe in something, stick to it. Sometimes a lot of comics say no, but the audience wants this and the audience needs this. The audience is there to be entertained. They're here to hear your story. And if you believe in your story and if you believe in certain things that maybe everyone doesn't, that's completely fine. But as long as you're being authentic and truthful and you're promoting your voice. So the second lesson is practice, practice, practice. I feel like practicing just helps me have the words in flow. I never miss the connections and the links between my gig, which is often kind of like a story, and it reduces your chances of going blank. Practice just puts that muscle memory in you. It's like playing the keyboard or any other instrument. It becomes such an instinctive thing whenever you do your gig rather than something that's forced and that you kind of have to remember or you have to write it down or put it in your iPhone notes. You'd rather just have that confidence that, oh, I know my set, and that's the one thing that you can't take away from me, even if there's a technical difficulty on stage, even if you feel like the audience isn't responsive, you always have that preparation of another joke to say. So the third lesson is that risks are extremely important in stand-up comedy. If you think about it, what's the worst that'll happen? Someone won't laugh at your joke. That's completely fine. You gave it a go, and what you did requires courage and bravery. Of course, this is not something where lives are at stake. It's not surgery, it's not one of those professions, but that should actually tell you that the stakes are very low, but the benefits are so great. If your joke hits, if it is something that's relatable to an audience member, it's just worth it. Just give it a shot, say the joke. And if it didn't work, sleep it off. The fourth lesson is that you never know what joke may work. So don't park certain jokes in your iPhone notes thinking that, oh, I might perform it if I feel it or if I feel the audience might like it. Go for it. You never know the impact your jokes can have on someone. It can stay in someone's subconscious. There can be someone who's had a terrible day because of a particular experience, and your joke can match that experience for them. And they can be like, oh my God, so someone relates, and it puts a smile on their face. And that's the goal at the end of the day. The fifth and final lesson I want to share is that stand up comedy is a social experience in and of itself. If you feel drained and overwhelmed after a bit, you don't have to socialize at the bar. You don't have to socialize with other comedians. You don't have to socialize with anyone else. If you want to be alone after a stand up bit, it's completely fine. Go for a walk, listen to some music. You can nap, you can sleep, go watch a show, be alone, eat some food that could make you happy. Self care is very important in this profession. And a lot of people think that, oh, after the comedy bit, I need to go talk to people, get some feedback from people. That's completely fine. But oftentimes, I have felt a little overwhelmed because in stand up comedy, you're on a stage and a lot of people are perceiving you in that moment, and you don't realize that till you get off the stage. And even though the spotlight's on you and it's in all probability very dark in front of you, you know that a lot of people are watching you. You're in conversation with that person. Just because their response is only a laugh doesn't mean it's not a response and that it's not a conversation itself. So if you feel tired and if you feel that, oh my God, I don't know how I can interact with people after this, that's fine. It doesn't make you weird. And even if it does make you weird, weird is fine. Weird is good. Weird helps in comedy. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, then do like and subscribe. And I'll be posting some of my comedy and some more discussions and opinions like this.